Hello, everybody. I'm Shriman 1080 from the team Mavericks, and this is our project Sentiment Density Determination. So, in this project, what we are trying to do essentially is to understand the sentiment of people and then create a smart drug distribution system where we can basically give vaccines and other medication to people who want it the most. So, in the initial phases of COVID, what happened was when the vaccines were released, most of the people had mixed opinions on them. Yet, the governing bodies tried to basically force these vaccines onto people, and this created a lot of social unrest. To avoid such things, what we wanted to do was to come up with an intelligent way of analyzing the data and then interpreting it to the government bodies in a way that they can use to basically efficiently distribute the vaccines. So our machine learning model considers people's opinions from Twitter data. So from the Twitter data, we have extracted about 21,000 entries, and then we performed initial data processing where we cleaned the data, and then we performed data analytics to study the distribution of data. And then what we found out was there were certain elements in the data set where people who were influencers were influencing the opinions of people. So, just to understand that, we've filtered certain elements and then we have performed certain data analytics. And then, analyzing this data, we've come up with a raw theory to best determine the sentiment of people. So then, analyzing the data, we also realized that there were a lot of characters and emojis and URLs that did not convey any sentiment. So to remove all of them, we created an filtering mechanism which filters most of the content. Then, what we did was we created a clustering model that basically categorizes the opinions of people into three categories: positive, negative, and neutral, which are clearly determined over here. So, the positive opinion basically has words like looking forward to, and then basically all the positive things. And then the neutral opinion is just information rather than conveying any specific sentiment. And then the negative classification has words like embarrassing and all of these negative elements towards vaccines that were basically posted online. And then this is the split of all of the data that we had. Now, what we did was to have like a better representation of it, as this is not giving us a lot of information. We created word clouds. So zero, or the first word cloud, stands for negative sentiment. The zero. Yeah, the zeroth word cloud stands for negative sentiment. First for neutral, and second for positive. So, so these were the different word clouds that got generated from the Twitter data. And then we used GeoPy for reverse geolocation, wherein we performed this reverse geolocation on the location column of the Twitter data. And then we created a geospatial map that looks something like this. So the yellow blips are all neutral sentiment, red blips are negative sentiment, and the green blips are positive sentiment. So, what governing agencies can do is consider the areas with these most number of red blips and then educate them, come up with community programs describing the benefits of the proposed vaccines or drugs, and then slowly induce these vaccines into these communities instead of forcing them to take them. Now, these green blips are regions where people want vaccines. So, vaccines with very less shelf time can be initially distributed here so that there is no wastage. And then, slowly, after educating the people, these can be distributed in the other regions. Now, these yellow blips, where most of the content comes from, is basically neutral opinions where people make statements not conveying any opinion. So, what can be done is relatively compared to the red blips, changing the people's opinion over here, which contains these yellow blips, is far easier. So, basic education programs and community outreach can help change these opinions. So, this is our project. Thank you and have a nice day.